Good morning. We're going to continue through the book of 1 Corinthians. This morning we're in chapter 1. We're going to pick up in verse 27. But God chose what is foolish in the world to shame the wise. God chose what is weak in the world to shame the strong. It's a verse that relates to the tendency that God has to use the smaller or the weaker to overcome the stronger and the more powerful. We see multiple times throughout the Bible where he does exactly that thing. David and Goliath, for example, where the runt of the family takes over a giant of a nation. Or when he dwindles down an army size to just a couple of men almost to take over thousands of other soldiers. He does it to display his power, right? You and I, these things sound impossible. And in our mind, it can't happen. It's certain defeat. But God uses that opportunity to say, I'm better than that. I'm all powerful. And he uses the weaknesses to overcome the strong. You and I, in our own life, whatever your weakness might be, consider it not so much a weakness, but rather an opportunity for God to be made big in your life. If it's public speaking, you're afraid to speak, but you pray, and you go ahead and step out in faith and do it, that's a huge opportunity for God to take over and to put words in your mouth that you maybe not even prepared, and just to put him on display during that speech or whatever it might be. Or if it's sharing the gospel with a friend and you're afraid to do it, but you step out of faith and go ahead and try to share, God could put those words in your mouth or give you some knowledge that might change your friend's life. Things like that where you're like, man, I never would have thought of that, or I was too nervous. God uses those weaknesses to make him strong. So I encourage you guys this morning, check out what do you consider your weakness, and instead of considering it a weakness any longer, how do we turn that into or how is that an opportunity for God to look strong in your life? So hope you guys have a great day. I'll see y'all tomorrow.